Hey, you guys, welcome to Splinterlands TV. It is I, the Psy, and we just finished an incredible town hall with Matt, talking about the new game mode, survival mode. He gave us a lot more information on land updates and everything. Yeah, so we got quite a few things to talk about here today. I'm literally raw right off of the end of it, and we're gonna start things up for realsies, I guess. So first things first, big talk of the town. I guess we got the Trump effect going. The team was already talking about how they're kind of stabilized with their runway now, which is great. They've got their expenses under control. So while there was a little bit of worry about that, I don't think we need to worry anymore. Team seems confident. Matt seems happy. Lots of new stuff coming out. I mean, let's all be pumped. So let's close that guy down. And let's just go to Discord here for a quick second. Because I think that one of the first things that we're going to talk about here today is going to be that new play mode. Why can't I find it? Official announcements. Here we go. Is just quickly talking about survival mode. So, I mean, I'm pretty pumped for survival mode just because I have a few extra assets. And I'm wondering what I'm going to do with my cards as well when we kind of come off of the new modern, right? So when Chaos Legion rotates, I was like, what am I going to do with my Chaos Legion cards and everything like that? But now there's a place that you can park those as well, which is something that they didn't really talk about, right? In the town hall. So as we know, we got Conclave Arcana that's going to be coming up around March, I'm guessing, or something like that. Maybe they said Q1. I'm going to assume April 1st. I'm going to say I'm going to use the time of April 1st is what I'm going to assume is going to be the day when Conclave Arcana comes out. That way we're just going to say, hey, all of Q1's done. We're talking the tail end of Q1, and boom, here we go. It's Q2, and we get to start with Conclave Arcana. So that's how I'm going to kind of look at this. And I've been thinking about what do I do? Do I sell my Chaos Legion before rotation's over to try and eke out a little bit of extra cash for it that I can then use towards Conclave Arcana or not? And now that we know that survival mode exists, the answer is or not. I'm definitely going to be keeping all my Chaos Legion cards now instead of just trying to dump them on the market so I can use that to kind of go ahead and buy Conclave Arcana. Because, I mean, in previous sets, in order for me to get Chaos Legion, I sold Untamed, right? I sold off a bunch of Untamed, used that to buy Chaos Legion. And now since Chaos Legion, the prices are kind of repressed, or at least they are right now before survival mode, it was not going to allow me to really have that excess capital that I could cash out of Chaos Legion to use towards Conclave Arcana while still using my Rebellion cards. Now there's a home for my Chaos Legion at least, right? I don't just have to go and I don't just have to take it all and throw all my cards onto the market. I can definitely go ahead and I can keep that, and instead of going to zero, I've got these cards. And fortunately, I've even got a couple good rentals as well that I can use in that same mode. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy about that. Oh man, what happened here already? First sale. Look at that. So already, there were some cheaper versions, I think, already of Kelia that have already been sold, which is interesting. As soon as survival mode was announced, some of these 8 stars that were, I think there was some for 14, are already gone. So, I mean, maybe the ripple effect has already started. We know that Kelia is an amazing card. There's other amazing cards that obviously things like Goblin Psychic and stuff like that, and other summoners are probably going to follow that same effect. Yeah, look at this. They're definitely gone because there were some before this that were 8-star at the top, and now we're down to the 6 stars and things. So, very interesting the way that things are going here. It's already having an effect on the secondary card market. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I mean, I'm excited about that. 360, I'm already looking at things that I might want to get more into, but I've already got a pretty decent rental account at least. And we'll see if maybe some of my lower value rentals that I have end up working out for me. Things that aren't being rented right now that much, like 2-star Hellendales and things like that. If maybe I'm going to combine a few of these, make them 3-star, and then end up even using them myself as extra stuff for survival, depending on what the payout ends up being, right? Because let's face it, you bought some Grums earlier, eh? Nice. They love breaking the game with updates. Yeah, buddy. So I mean, I'm just kind of sitting here thinking to myself, this survival mode is definitely going to save Chaos Legion, because I think that without something like this, Chaos Legion was done. It was just finished, and it would end up rotating into Wild. And just like what we already see, people don't need to rent Alpha and Beta to be successful in Wild, for instance, right? You can do fine botting in Wild and not have Alpha Beta. You can just do it with only Chaos Legion cards and still do relatively well. In fact, that's kind of what I'm doing right now, and I've got an over 50% win rate using basically just Chaos Legion cards. So now I'm not going to sell my Chaos Legion as I was possibly intending to in order to get into Conclave Arcana. I'm going to be using my max level Chaos Legion cards to play in survival mode every few days. And one of the beautiful things about this too, about survival mode, is actually the fact that I've been advocating for a way to just play without using energy, without doing anything, a way that my energy is being used right now, going to be botting, for instance, in Wild or something like that, but I'll still have a way to be able to play. And now that's survival mode, right? I can go ahead, I can play with my cards, and then I can bot my extras, and yeah, and then maybe play Modern again as well, which is something I'm not really doing right now. But I think that survival mode is possibly gonna save Chaos Legion, because now there's gonna be a place for them. And I've said that like 5 times already, so I mean I can stop dwelling on it. But yeah, I thought that was a great update. I'm looking forward to survival mode. I'm not the best anymore. My skills are a little bit rusty. Because of the new kind of way that I've been playing Splinterlands right now, which I'll kind of go into in a bit as well. But great update, great update. Yeah, so that's survival mode. Yeah, the Fizz is excited to try survival too. But never attacks 2, how do you break that? My Olivia got double strike, but never attacks X2, how do you break that? I don't know, man. You gotta go to UX or submit a ticket on that. I wish I could tell you why, because I haven't seen my Olivia ever really get double strike as much as I would have really wanted to, unfortunately. All right, so we've talked a little bit about survival mode. I mean, there's not that much to say. We're just given like the basic breakdown. I mean, I'm not just gonna sit here. I'm not just gonna read this thing here for you. I was a little bit concerned about how rentals would work. They haven't quite figured that out either, but I mean, it seems like it'd be kind of an exploit if you rented cards and then use those cards for 2 days. And then you're like, haha, 2 days is up. And I rented it for 2 days. And within the last hour, now I'm going to go and use all those cards in survival mode and take that owner of cards. Now you're on like a 15-day cooldown, for instance, or something like that, right? Or a 5-day cooldown if you rented a max. So I know they're still going to have to work that kind of thing out, especially since I am personally renting out lots of cards right now. I don't want to see like my cards get rented and then end up on a 5-day cooldown. And then I'm like, I needed that toggle to be able to say, sorry, renter, you can't use this in survival mode. So I hope they come up with something like that as well. It also puts a lot more value on gold cards. I mean, now you're going to get half the cooldown. You're going to get still the extra amount of SPS and glint and stuff like that for winning. So gold card value, I mean, that's pumping. I think that what I might even want to do is take for now, see how things go. We'll just do Rebellion, and I want to see just my gold cards that I have in Rebellion. Why isn't it showing me what I actually own? Items, Rebellion, gold, owned. What do you mean it did not show any filters? Oh, take away summoners, owned, and I only want to see the main core set. There we go. I'm going to take this guy off the rental market. Oh, he is off the rental market. Cool. Cool. Because I know I accidentally sold one of these. I had, what's the Fox guy? I had the Fox guy for sale, and it was actually Matt who bought it, believe it or not. Explorer market history. Let's see. Dag and Dark. Rush Townsend. See, take a look. So Matt actually bought my Rush for $69.69. I guess I had it up there and I was like, if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I mean, I needed the DEC to put back on my land. So I guess it is what it is. I've got this Demise Archon Faust, and there's only one for sale for $50. So, I mean, maybe I'll go ahead and I'll put it for sale for $100 or something like that. You know what? Let's do that right now. For sale, cards, list for sale or rent. You know what? If I can get 100 bonitos for it, I'll take $99.99 US, sell. Oh man, I don't have that in yet. I had to restart my computer. My kids always play with my computer when I'm not here, so I had to give it the old restart. There we go. So $99.99. If someone does want to buy this Demise Archon Faust, then I guess it is what it is, and I'll take the 100 bones. Man, what an update. What an update. Unless survival is owned cards only. Yeah, see, that's exactly it. So I actually asked that question in Town Hall chat, and he said that they're going to have to find a way to toggle, or maybe he'll only do full season rentals or something like that will enable you to then use the card in survival. But I don't like that. If I was going to be renting for a full season, think about that. That's like 14 days. And then the very last day, all renters put all my cards on into survival mode. And now that 14 days is actually 19 days, of which you're only getting paid for 14 days worth, you know? If you look at it based on the chart that they have here and the cooldown. I guess maybe the legendaries would only be a 2-day cooldown, but I mean, let's say that they've got like the commons that they've rented too, right? Those will be on a 5-day cooldown. So the 14 days becomes 19 days. Then you can't even rent it out for the next season. So I hope that they have a toggle basically that will allow you to choose if you want to make it available for survival mode or not. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Or just make it own cards only. And then that would actually have you being forced to buy more cards if you wanted to use them in survival mode. And if that were the case, like I said, I would go over here and I would take my Chaos Legion and I would completely remove all these Chaos Legion cards pretty much that I'm trying to rent out from the market, and I'd end up using them myself in survival mode. Because I mean, what do I really want to try and get? Do I want to try and get 0.66 DEC? And just not have it be rented like all these other guys here? Or would I rather just like risk it and try and get like that fat SPS reward, which I think the rewards are going to be very, very high. Because imagine the small number of people that are going to even be able to play in survival mode. Most people are going to be like normies, like me, and have like one of each card on max and stuff like that. And then when that card is done, then I mean, that's it. You can't even play anymore, right? So I think that the rewards out of survival are going to be very high if they give it like a similar pool to modern and stuff. I don't think they're going to, but I can almost guarantee that a win in survival mode is going to be worth more than any kind of win that you would get in modern or wild. Definitely more than wild, but even in modern, like way more. Now, they didn't actually talk about what the SPS would be like, or if you still need to have like staked SPS, or how your SPS stake would affect it. Like maybe it'll even be lower SPS staked required. Who knows? That's all still in the future, but I'm very happy about survival mode. I think it's going to give way more use for a lot of these cards that could be rotating out. And yeah, man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to try it out. And like I said, I will take my useless junk cards here off the market, and I'll pop them in. And I do have a feeling that there will be some low-level liquidity, like, I don't want to call them liquidity bots, but just like low-level like bots that are going to try and just like face another bot in there, like what was happening previously, and just see if they can pull off a win. And my goal would be to face some of those bots with higher level cards, and that's the only way I'll be able to win. There's no way I'm beating people who have like max level cards in there. But I mean, if I can even get in with a 5-star blinding reflector and be faced against a bot that's only using 1 or 2-star cards, then I mean, that would still be a win, right? And especially if it uses my existing SPS stake that I have throughout all the modes, which I don't see why it wouldn't, then yeah, it's going to be good. And like I said, I'll take all my cards off the market and I'll play basically survival mode. All right. I don't need to be forced to buy more cards, LOL. Yeah, man. Well, you don't have to play survival mode, right? And that's where that big choice is going to be. Now, are you going to use it in land? Are you going to rent it out? Or are you going to play it in survival mode? Now, there's going to be 3 different choices that you have to make before you decide where the cards are going to go, right? And the kills will matter. That's right. So, again, if you're using underpowered cards and you get a team wipe, I mean, all those cards are on cooldown, and your opponent's team, if you don't even kill one of theirs, then they just got like the freebies, the totally free wins, right? So I would be hoping to face some bots in that mode. Who even knows if it's going to use the same kind of ranking up system that's going to have like ratings and things like that, right? I know that they're probably not going to put liquidity bots in, but if there's no liquidity bots and there's no people that are playing it because it's such like a a small cap play mode is how I'll phrase it here. How are you going to find matches? You're going to have to coordinate. You're going to be like, hey guys in Discord, I want to have a survival match game, and then hope that someone else joins in, right? So I'm wondering what the liquidity is going to be in that mode, with it being so few people that I even have the capability to play. Like, I don't even have the capability to play, basically, unless I take all my stuff off the market. So very cool. I'm pumped. Wow. I saw a little graph on SPS coin price. Let's just take a look. SPS coin price. Let's see, Splinter shards. There we go. All right, up 3.72% today as well. We've almost hit that magical penny mark again. So once it gets up to the penny, that's when you know that you're back in the running, I guess, right? While we're here, we may as well look at Bitcoin price again as well. I'm like obsessed with looking at Bitcoin price because I've got a little bit. 98.2. See, it was at 98.1, 98.2. Earlier today, it was at 140,000 Canadian. Canadian. This is like life-changing stuff. Like, I know when I started getting into my little crypto journey and things like that, I was talking to my friends and I was like, guys, you should get in on this. Like, don't invest more than you can lose. And I mean, I'm nothing I say should be taken as like financial advice. But I'm just like, hey, it's a speculatory asset. I mean, you may as well do something, right? And I remember I bought Bitcoin for $7,000 a Bitcoin is what it was at when I started buying it. And I mean, just to think that I'll hopefully be able to like pay down my house or something like that using Bitcoin, and even using like earnings from Splinterlands one day. I mean, I just find that amazing. Like, what a world that we live in. Like, people my age, I'm 44, people my age, we missed out on being able to get into, those Apple stocks and Microsoft and all those kinds of things. That was like for our parents, they were the ones that had the money at that time, and they were over 18 and could use the stock market. That was their time to get in on all of those kind of stocks. And it's almost like crypto is our time. Crypto's our time, and it's a younger generation's time and stuff like that. It's those 20-year-olds. This is their time. This is their Apple stock, their Microsoft stock, their like chance to get in on something, a new asset class, before it it's exploding, but I mean, it's not near where some people predict it could potentially go. This is their chance. And I've been talking to my buddies for like years and years, and they're all like, oh, it's a scam. Crypto's a scam. And it's one of those things that's just like, man, I wish that you guys could have gotten in and we could have all elevated together. And I was the only one. No one I convinced, like, I guess I convinced no one I talked to about it got in on it in any way, shape, or form. And I mean, I feel kind of bad and stuff like that. I feel kind of bad. Ooh, that's a good call, Ime. Bitcoin to 100K or SPS to 0.1 first? Which one? The Phaser 44? 1980, buddy, 1980. You got to let me know. Are you, what's your birthday? All right? Because I'm in February. Are you older or younger than me? Or are you also February? And I'm sad to see that you're also the only one, because April, yeah, I beat you, buddy. February, March, April. I got 60 days on you, I'll bet. 60 days. Take that. See, that's why my hair is so gray. You can see it from the sides when I do this. You can really see the gray growing in. I don't know if that's because I'm 44 or if that's because I have 4 kids. Hard to decide. It's probably a combination of both, probably a combination of both. And you got the hairy neck stuff growing in. That's all got the white hairs and everything. But yeah. Probably the kids. Why? I'm gonna have to go and stalk your Facebook profile, buddy, and and see if you're all like gray-haired like me. I don't think you are, though. I think you got all your hair and it all looks good, if I remember. But yeah, so it makes me kind of sad that like my buddies who are, and I'm not saying that they all complain, but they're all like, oh, I wish I had more cash and stuff like that, and I wish that they would have come with me. I mean, we can't really go back in time though, but there's still a chance. Some of the people say, oh, Bitcoin might hit $1 million. I mean, if it hits $1 million, we're still at only 10% of that amount right now, right? So it's not over. But I've given up trying. It's always been like, oh, it's at 7,000, you should do it. No. Oh, it's at 50,000, you should do it. No. It's at 75, you should do it. No. And I feel like now if I talk to them about it, they'd be like, what are you doing, bragging about it? But it's like, no, we can still go on this journey together. Whitebeard's coming in strong. Oh, buddy, it is. It is. Don't zoom in on my face. Don't zoom in on my face. All right. Let me turn on the music that I have in the background, and let me turn off the audio output, because I've got no idea if it was just jamming music down your throats or not there. If it was, my apologies. But now I'll just play the music. I know the sound will be okay. All right. So that's a little bit of talk about survival mode. Let's talk a little bit about land next, all right? Because we got some good updates on land. We know that Cryptomancer's been doing a great job on land. And it's really made me think about how I'm going to kind of approach it. I collected 3 days ago because I've tried to restock the amount of dark energy I've been putting in. Like that matte DEC went back into my dark energy here. I'm still short 79. Maybe I'll go over here and I'll... I hate how it did that. I'll put a little bit more in because I've got a little bit more on Hive Engine, I think. Let me check my wallet. Yeah, so I've got DEC here on Hive Engine. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna bring in enough to do my land, and that will cause a land harvest. So let's see. I need 80,000 basically. So let's just bring that in first. 80,000. Transfer from Hive Engine to in-game 80,000. I turned a lot of my, and I was talking to Fizz about this. I turned a lot of my DEC and stuff like that into SPS, and I also sent a lot of it, and I kept it as Hive, hoping that Hive would pump again, and then I'd immediately sell it all and turn it back into, and then I'd immediately sell all the Hive back into DEC or SPS or something like that. But the Hive's been kind of like a letdown. I regret leaving it in Hive. I mean, it's performed the same as SPS, so I guess I don't regret it that much. But I'd really, it's a tough call between I know that DEC is not going to be able to, it doesn't have the same ceiling as SPS and Hive, okay? Because you know that once DEC hits peg, that people are going to burn SPS, which will reduce the supply of SPS and in turn should make SPS go up, right? And Hive itself is available on a lot more exchanges and stuff. Like you can get Hive on Binance and things like that. So the two that I'm most interested in is not DEC. It's in both Hive and it's in SPS. And I have to decide the risk that I want to take. Do I want to risk having some SPS liquid to convert into Hive, then have Hive pump? Or do I want to have the Hive liquid, wait for the Hive to pump, and then buy into SPS? I haven't quite figured that out yet. So I've got a little bit of each, as you can kind of see here. You know, I got like a little bit of Hive, and I got a little bit of DEC. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I am going to repump my land. So that came in. Let's go and let's do it. Let's do a quick harvest here, and then I'm going to pump it all up. So collections, and then we'll talk a little bit about land as well. So harvest all. First, we're going to claim grain. Thank you, thank you. And then we'll go and we'll claim that SPS. That whopping 23 SPS. Whoa, get there, you know. So over 3 days, that was 23 SPS. That means it'll probably be more than that. It'll probably be more like 50 SPS in 3 days. So 100 SPS over a week, now that I've got my everything back charged again. But I have to decide. Here's where things get good, okay? You added 60 to the grain. Okay, let's see. Let's just read the comments, and then we'll talk about land here. I had one friend join me in 2021 when I was trading, but he lost 20K, so gave up, and is super anti-crypto now. Oh no! Like, my hardest, like, I lost so much. All my initial investment I lost when Cryptopia got hacked. I had all my stuff on the Cryptopia exchange, which was that out of Australia? Or New Zealand or something. Was that your fault, the Fizz? Were you on Cryptopia as well? I lost everything in Cryptopia when it got hacked, and then they closed Cryptopia down, and there's been legal proceedings, and I couldn't remember exactly what I had, so they're not even giving me back my account in Cryptopia. Let's just look up Cryptopia here. CRYPTO, Cryptopia exchange location. It was New Zealand or Australia. New Zealand. All right, so that's still near you. I still blame you now, DeFizz. But I lost everything in Cryptopia when it got hacked. They took everything. They put it away into a holding, and I couldn't verify my account well enough for them because I'd moved, and then I had a house fire, and documents got burned up. So I just lose everything. And at that point in time, I was also debating whether or not I should just quit crypto or not, because I lost it all. And I was like, now I'm starting from scratch again. But I saw the value in the asset class, and I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to take the risk. Because if I have to look back years from now and know that I had the opportunity to have done it and I didn't, like, I would just be kicking myself right now. And I know that the loss hurt. Just like my loss on Chaos Legion and Splinterlands hurt. But I still believe in Splinterlands and I still believe in crypto. So here I am. I'm still back in the game. But I just can't spend that because I like I said, I got 4 kids and a house and stuff like that. And all my funds are going to go into trying to like secure just like a comfortable lifestyle. And if there's anything left over, then that's what it is. You lost 45K trading when he lost his 20. Buddy, I feel for you, man. I hope you've been able to make some of that up in some gains. Like, I really hope you've been able to make some of it up in gains. I made up what I lost at least. I made up what I lost at least in Cryptopia when that went bust. But, I mean, I can only imagine the coins that I had in Cryptopia, which I can't even remember. I don't even know if I had Bitcoin in Cryptopia anymore, or Ethereum, or XRP, or whatever was available in Cryptopia anymore. I know I had these weird, really small cap stuff in Cryptopia that was like, and I had millions of it, millions. And if it's like Digibyte or something that I was buying at like 0.000001, and I had like a million of those, and now it's worth a penny, I would already be a millionaire, but I don't even know. And they won't authenticate my account. So that was horrible. Yeah, you invested 8K in DeFi just after I got most of it back. Good, good, good. I'm glad you didn't get roasted. How's it going, Too High? Nice to see you in the stream, my man. But yeah, so I mean, it's been ups and it's been downs during my crypto adventure. I've lost, I've gained, I've lost again. Like I got into Top Shots, for instance, as well, another NFT thing. And lost like tons of money in that too. And I was like, why am I doing NFTs at all, you know? And the good thing about Splinterlands is always that it's been a game, you know? I love Magic the Gathering. I stopped playing Arena in order to play Splinterlands because I was pumping money into Arena. I'm like, why am I doing this? It's not like when I play physical Magic cards and then I still have the cards and I can resell the cards, or even like Magic Online was when you can sell it for ticks and then sell those ticks for PayPal or whatever. There's nothing, you know, there was nothing. So I've been playing Splinterlands, took my lumps, and I think I'm at the point, and I didn't understand the game either. When the airdrop was coming in, I didn't even know, I knew so little about the game that I basically messed up. And I could have had way more SPS, but I screwed up, didn't know what I was doing, and therefore missed out on the airdrops as well, because I was just buying the cards I needed to play, when during the airdrop, I should have been focusing on building just like as much of a CP amount as I could have to just get the most of the SPS drops, and not spending DEC, just holding the DEC to get more SPS, and I didn't do any of that. I played the game instead of playing the market, and I lost big during that. The Fizz, you put thousands into World of Tanks years ago. Oh no! I have no idea what that is, but I'm assuming since you said that and you added the "dong" on the end, that it was a bad move. All right, so I've claimed all this stuff here. Let's go ahead and let's add the SPS now. It's always so weird for me to try and figure out how to do that. So let's go to Production Overview, and I think I go to Dark Energy, and I want to max it, and I click Stake DEC. It will trigger my gains. There we go. So I'm back up to maximum amount of DEC staked. So now I'm going to be getting my full amount. Okay. Now here's where things become interesting. So I have to redecide how I'm going to allocate my production. So previously I was doing grain and SPS, and then I switched to all grain for a while, and I was like, oh, grain is worthless. Everyone just has so much of it. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it all into a little bit more SPS again. But then I'm like, is it worth it to collect like 100 SPS and stuff like that a week? Like, I earn more than that just doing my modern battles. Like, I get that over the course of 5 battles or something like that when I was playing modern. Like, week, I don't know if I want it. Now we're finding out that down the road there's going to be all of this extra like resources that are going to be available, and not every land is going to be able to produce grain, whereas every land is going to need grain in order to do your harvests. So I'm thinking that my new play, my new strategy right now, because I've got, let's see if I can go to my Rutherford land overview. How do I make it look cool on the map? Here we go. And my plots, I want to go to 40 Rutherford. Let's go to 40. So here's my little world over here. I got these 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, I got 1 bog. I got 2 rivers. And I got 2 plains. All of my lands are able to produce grain right now. So I'm thinking, oh, look at this guy. El Jefe. I'm wondering, how much does El Jefe have it? Oh my god, he's got it for sale for 78 bone? Damn. If it was cheap, I would have maybe bought it, right? What about this one from El Jefe? What's this one's? This one's by King's Norky. 80 bucks. Wow. So 40 Rutherford must actually be a good place to be, I guess. I would have picked up some of these because they're in Rutherford as well along with me, because they're for sale. But that's kind of going off a little bit off topic here. Suffice to say that I'm wondering if the play now is to go pure grain. I'm wondering if that's the play. And to just stockpile the grain until the land update happens, when everyone's going to need the grain, and the grain will be like the most valuable resource that ends up existing, right? Because you can't produce grain everywhere, but you'll need grain everywhere. And I'm wondering if that's what I should do. So it's a tough call for me. I also know that in order to get the SPS mining, though, that they're also going to be like, maybe we'll need to have additional resources for the SPS. But I think that the play here is going to be for me to go and actually turn all of these SPSs into grain right now. I think that that's what it's actually going to be. I think that that's the play. I'm going to change this into, yep, confirm. I'm going to change it into a grain farm, build. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to become a pure grain farmer now, since I'm very lucky and I have one of the and I have the plots available that can actually mine the grain. I think that this is the play now for those of us who can mine grain, because it's going to be a very, very valuable resource in the future. Let's manage it. I'll do that with you guys right now. Let's change it. Confirm grain farm build. I'll wait my day instead of paying that stuff. The thing that I don't like is I have to go and I have to press the complete button in 24 hours. I hate that. Why doesn't it just flip on its own? Last time I converted into SPS, I forgot for like a full week. And then I didn't even get the resources from it. We got one more, this guy over here. Let's manage. We're going to also change it. Confirm. Grain farm. Build. There we go. So now I've actually converted myself into a pure grain farmer. And I think that this is the right way to go for any grain producing plot. I think that the non-grain producing plots are great for doing anything else. Anything that you want to do. Awesome. But if you can produce grain, grain is going to become extremely scarce, especially if you want to build other things, right? If you want to be able to go and you want to be able to build, say, those Phoenix potions they're talking about that might need research or something like that, then that means that you're not mining grain, right? Which means that there's going to be more emphasis on the grain. So that's where I'm going to go. The Fizz, that's what you did. Buddy, you and I are in lockstep sometimes doing this kind of stuff. Ime says, I haven't paid attention to land, but can't all plots do grain? And the answer, like the Fizz said, is no. Not after 1.75, just bogs, rivers, plains. That's where you get your grain. If you don't have a bog, river, or plains, there's no grain for you. You're going to have to buy that grain out of the liquidity pools. That's it. That's your only hope of getting grain at that point, right? Yeah, they're changing the game. I like these changes, though. Like, if the game was the same as it always was, I think that I would have already been bored with it. So yeah, that's gonna be my new play on land. I'm glad to see DeFizz is doing it too, because he's a smart man, and I'm glad that I'm following his lead here. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. Is everything being grain now? And I might throw some stuff into the liquidity pool. I haven't decided yet. if I want to do that or if I just want to hoard it. How's the liquidity pool been treating you, DeFizz? I'm relying on you to tell me what to do. But if the liquidity pool is good and you're making good earnings from it, I mean, I got 1 million grain just kind of kicking it right now. I may as well just go ahead and you know, pop that in there with the appropriate amount of DEC and just take the DEC out of this and make it happen. You know, how much DEC do I have left in here? 69. Yeah, so I mean, I could put the 60 bucks of DEC and whatever the grain equivalent is into that liquidity pool and hope for the best, you know? But there we go. That's a little bit talking about the land. We talked about survival mode and stuff like that as well. All right. You have a jungle. Hopefully it's still useful. Yeah, I think that jungle is jungle like stone and things like that. I forget, but I know the Cryptomance. Oh, you know what? They had a little thing here. Let's see if I can find it. It was in Discord. It was, they posted it under Tavern, I think, is where I saw it. And it was that, not the bugs. It wasn't a bug. 3:29 p.m. Was it here? Here it is. Okay. New resource. Okay. So grain will be plains, river, bogs, and lake. You've got a jungle. So jungle's wood. So jungle will be swamp, forest, tundra, and jungle. Stone will be desert, canyon, and hills. And iron will be mountains, badlands, and calderas. Wow. So stone and iron actually have the least amount of lands that can produce it. But either way, I think that grain is the clear winner here because out of all the different types, there's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait. 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 14 different types. And of those 14, only 4 are able to produce the grain, which is needed for everyone. So I'm definitely thinking that's the way to do it. And it's going to automatically convert you when it happens there, Ime. So if you're collecting grain on a jungle, it'll automatically turn that into wood on the jungle for you. Is what I understand. All right, but here's a little link here. Yep, they will all be necessary moving forward. But I mean, if you're just a small little guy like me, like I've only got my measly 5 little plots here in Rutherford, right? This is all I got. It's my 5 plots. I think that I just got to know my lane. I'm going to specialize. I'm going to be like Steam Whistle. Do one thing really, really good. And my one thing is going to be getting this grain going. So that's my plan. And anything else, I'll just buy off the liquidity pools. But it's going to be interesting. You know what? That gives a real good chance for things like stone and iron to be expensive on those liquidity pools because there's less ability to mine it. Right? So stone and iron are probably going to end up more expensive than obviously grain and wood. But I mean, what's the utility going to look like on it, right? Bam. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, let's move on here. So I'm going to show you guys, what do I want to do first? You know what? I'll go into my strategy and talk a little bit about it. Let me just go to Splinterlands, seasonal report card. Seasonal report card. Let's pull up the old report card. And let's see how we did last season. I'll send the link to this so you guys can do this. It's really cool. For those of you who don't know about this. There you go. I got a really bad sore throat. I've been sick, same with my kids, for so long. I don't even remember the last time that I wasn't like coughing like crazy and stuff like that. And I've like literally quit smoking and everything, and I'm still just coughing like crazy. And you can tell by my voice, I'm just dying here. Drinking tea instead of coffee and everything. This is honey lemon tea. Honey lemon ginseng tea, I guess. But let's see how things are going. All right. So, with my new strategy that I'm doing right now, and we'll talk about like my rentals and things like that. Again, I've had to change and become a little bit more passive in the way that I'm managing my Splinterlands assets, is the way I'm going to phrase it. You guys know that I love to play, and I feel bad that I'm not like playing manually much anymore because I don't do the tournaments anymore. I still do my guild brawls and stuff like that, and I don't actually play manually anymore because I don't play modern, right? And if I'm going to play my wild, then I'm definitely going to be botting because I'm not as good as a robot, you know? So it kind of hampered my ability to actually go ahead and play the game with the strategy that I'm using right now, which is to put all of my good cards basically up for rent and to bot in wild to earn my SPS and then to do whatever my land thing is and stuff like that. The reason why I'm doing it this way now is because I find that cards like this, let me just look up. Where is he? Night Stalker. Cards like this. Why can't I see it? Oh, gold. No. Rebellion? Or? There we go. Cards like this that I can't afford. Because again, I got 4 kids, a family, house, bills, and stuff like that. Make me feel a little bit left out. Like, I love the concept. I'm so glad that it's doing well. I'm so glad the DAO is getting their money and everything like that, and that the team is doing great. But me, as a human, I do not have the cash that I can put in to buying every legend that comes out and then to be able to get myself a Helios and stuff like that. So I've got to really decide how I want to approach Conclave Arcana. I'm going to have some money set aside for Conclave Arcana, but I mean, I want to be able to compete. And in order to compete, I'm going to have to buy either lots of packs or I'm going to have to focus on getting the cards off the secondary market after they're released, right? So I have to change the way that I play completely, and I've kind of explained this on the last stream and stuff like that, but I mean, it's going to continue on for the foreseeable future. I had to kind of really change the way I've been playing this game and look at it in a way that will earn me from my assets so that I'll be able to buy things like Night Stalker to stay competitive, buy things like Conclave Arcana. So I'm leveraging everything that I have to earn the most DEC and SPS that I can, so that hopefully the flywheel starts on Conclave Arcana because there's not that much DEC that's going into production. Obviously, people are going to burn those old reward cards to get the DEC out of them, which will increase the DEC supply. But that's really the only way to get DEC aside from burning SPS. So in order for me to participate in Conclave Arcana, I've got to have a stockpile of DEC, and I've got to have a stockpile of SPS, so I can burn the SPS in the flywheel and hopefully be able to do well. But in turn, since I'm missing out on all these things, right, that's what I've had to do. So, like I'm saying here, let's find out how I've done, okay? But basically, all my stuff right now is on the market, just trying to earn as much as I can. Let's ask the internet here. How many days before April 01, 2025? Because I'm just going to make, April 01, 2025. Date calculator, come on. How long until April 1st, 2025? How many weeks until April 1st, 19? How many days until April 1st? 131 days. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's do 131 star. Let's see what I'm making right now. 131 star. Let's call it 2600, okay? Because I know that sometimes I make more, sometimes I less. 131 star 2600. Enter. All right. So I've managed to, if I don't spend it, okay, using this strategy that I have right now, by the time that April 1st rolls around, which is when I'm thinking probably, it's the end of Q1, that's going to be Conclave Arcana time. That's like assuming that that's when Conclave Arcana comes out. I'm going to have 340,600 DEC. When I divide that by 4,000 equals, I'll have enough for 85 packs. It's not a lot, but that's something. And like I said, I'll probably put in like a couple hundo as well at that point in time. I'm hoping to be able to get to like some of the minimum amounts. Like if it's like every 50 packs is a rare, and every 200 packs is a legendary or something like that. Like, I'd like to be able to get at least a few legendaries, for instance, right? And this will give me 85 packs towards that goal. Now, that doesn't include any of the other stuff like the SPS that I'm earning and things like that, or if SPS and the flywheel does well. But I mean, this is just based purely on having these funds, renting out cards, I'll end up with 85 packs if things happen on April 1st. So this is the way I'm preparing for Conclave Arcana. This is the way I'm preparing for what I think is going to be the best of the legends which is going to be the very last legend set released. I think they're going to want to go off with a bang, and I'm going to need to spend this DEC in order to max that card. So whatever the last one of these legends is, that's going to be a big use of my DEC. And then after that, it's going to be saving up for Conclave Arcana. So I have to have a mechanism in place that isn't going to cost me like thousands of dollars to be able to still play again, you know? And while I'm excited to play survival mode, I want to be able to play at a competitive level come Conclave Arcana. And you got to have packs, or you got to be able to buy cards off the secondary market to do that. And that's my strat, okay? Let's see. I won a match because the enemy got his burning to spread too much. Nice win. I love that. Ime says, I need to focus more on just buying cards directly. Pack luck is poor for me. Too many vanilla packs. Yep. DeFizz, I know how to open good packs. Buddy, I'm gonna play that, okay? I'm gonna show the DeFizz pack. So DeFizz sends me this. I don't wanna like show our whole conversation. I think I got through that pretty quick. Alright, check this out. Let me close the thing on that. Ready? Close. So here's DeFizz won this pack off Bulldog's stream. Let's do it. All right, I gotta show you. I gotta show you. So this is why DeFizz is saying he opens the good packs. All right. So I know common. Look, gold foil Albahu Forester. What a great pack, right? What a great pack. Congratulations to Fizz. Oh, Chaos Jailer. Now what's this card? It's a what the heck? Oh, come on. Oh, come on, bot. Come on. As if this just happened. As if in the midst of it. All right. Let's try it again. CHRV. No. No, that's not what I wanted. This card. Let's try again. All right. That was so funny. All right. Reveal. Okay. Come on. Quick. Quick. All right. All right. Do. Here it is. You ready? What a win. What a win. GG's to Fizz. GG's. I'm gelling, because whenever I open packs, nah, I get nothing. Just a mental note as well for you guys to bear in mind. Check this out. So if we go to Market, and we go to Other Items right now, and we check out Rebellion packs. Oh, so tedious. Market, Other Items, Rebellion pack. Look at what it says the cost is for the lowest price pack is 4,347. 4,347. But meanwhile, if you go to the shop on Rebellion, you know what? Let's buy one. I want the power of the Fizz. I'm going to buy one for only 4,000 DEC. So it's cheaper to buy it. That's one less pack of Arcana, of Conclave Arcana. Oh, come on. Ah! Why did it have to happen at this one time? Of course it's during the stream that this happens. You got the worst timing, Xbot. The worst timing. Let's try again. Let's just see what happens if I just open it. I close that one and I open this one. Oh, man. All right. Super annoying. Super annoying. You were going to sell that pack for $350, but decided to open it instead. And Ime says, I'm going to sell mine. I got too many $1 packs and rarely things above $5 like super rare. I feel you guys. Do you guys remember when on my streams I'd open like 5 packs every stream or 10 packs a stream? And it took me over, what was it? It was like 56 packs before I got even one legendary. And then the legendary I got was Chaos Golem, right? I opened 56 packs before I got one legendary and it was Chaos Golem. So that's kind of luck that I have here. But I was going to open a pack with you guys. And now it's... Yes, all right. Let's go back to my mana well. And there we go. Close. So I'll open one pack right now. And this will be from my Conclave Arcana stash. Sorry, Conclave Arcana. You're going down, boys. Oh, that's not a good sign. Once you see the... Whoa, it's a mythic. Okay, this is the best pack I've had. And what the hell? Oh, man, what? Oh, Come on. Come on. That was the best pack I'd had in so long. Now, how do I go and see it? Open. Close. There we go. It's still there. All right. Moxie and Rebel. Reclaw and Gold Foil. Gold Foil. Redworm Dragon. Can't complain. I finally got a good pack, and it's because you guys are watching me open it. But every other pack, never any good. But Moxie and Rebel's like a toonie, and Redworm Dragon is like a toon as well, if I'm not mistaken. So we have Moxie and Rebel. Let's just take a quick look at those guys here. And we only want core. And I want regular. Let's see. Moxie and Rebel. Where are you, buddy? Yep, $1.50. And where's the dragon? $1. So it's still a loss. But I mean, it was fun. Right? And I mean, Reclaw is Reclaw. Oh, 60 cents. Okay, cool. So what's that, like like $3.50? I almost got my money back on that pack. So that was the best pack I've opened in a long time, though. A very long time. I'm going to turn off the sound for that. Ime says, I've opened 75 Rift Watcher packs and never even got one legendary. I feel bad for you, buddy. Like, that's the name of the game, right? That's the name of the game. It could have just as easily been that you opened that pack and got it. Well, not just as easily, but the chance existed that you could have gotten a gold foil tofu, right? But we didn't. We didn't. Would have been cool if we did, but we didn't. Oh, is there a new thing out of my guild brawls here? A new battle? There's not. Yeah, so I'm still doing guild brawls. All right, let's get back to the Splinter stats here, okay? We'll see how I did. And I do want to open and use some Glint with you guys today before we shut stuff down. I'm probably going to let the bot do its thing that it's doing before I really go back into there, okay? So, 226 wins to losses. So I had more wins than losses, which is good. I hit champ. Let's see. So I did manage to make 1,000 SPS last season. Not bad. I'm happy to have botted and got 1,000 SPS to add to my stash over the course of last season, which is another, what's that, $10 or something like that? 1,000, yeah, it's another $10 in SPS that I can use towards maybe Conclave Arcana if I wanted to, you know? So I'm not gonna say that that's not good. I mean, is it great? No, I mean, lots of people make more than that, but still, this is passive now. This is a passive 1,000 SPS from last season. And then I've also gotten 345 from staking, 250 from brawl, 27 from land for a total last season of 1,633 SPS. That's $16 in SPS. Not too bad at all. Now, add that to over here, invoices, rent last 14 days. I need to make it only silence 4. Add that to 32,000 DEC that I earned it just from the rentals. Let's call it at peg, okay? Let's call it at peg just for fun. Just so we're going to call SPS at 1 cent just for fun. Now I've made $16 in SPS plus $32 in just my rentals, which and that's in a season, which theoretically means that I'm making $48 a season at peg with SPS at a penny. I don't think that that's too bad. Making $48 a season passively, right? Not too bad. And let's actually break that down, okay? Let's break that down. So if we're making, what did I say it was? 48. So we're going to take that. We're going to turn 48 divided by 14 equals. So this is what it is per day, right? 342. Let's multiply that by 365 equals. That's $1,251 American passive a year for playing Splinterlands. I mean, it's sort of playing Splinterlands. For like being involved in the Splinterlands ecosystem. What other game does this for you? I mean, and you know what? I'm Canadian. Let's do this. So what is it? Let's call it 1250. So 1250 USD to CAD. Look at that. $1,750 Canadian. Like, that is a mortgage payment. That's a mortgage payment right there for me. That's a mortgage payment. a year that gets paid off by Splinterlands. Isn't this game incredible? Like, this is, I know that, Aggie, you say changing lives and stuff like that, but I mean, man, what other game can you play that gets you a mortgage payment every year for playing it? And that doesn't even include the value of the cards going up or something, right? Like, the value of the card collection right now is 54 plus 46. So it's what, that's 10K. That's 10K US worth of cards as well. And I don't think I've put in 10K. I don't think I put in 10K. So I'm ahead on cards as well. Like, I'm ahead on card value, and I'm making enough for a mortgage payment a year. Like, how amazing is this? Right? How amazing is this game? 416 by April. Yeah, buddy, let's hope so. Let's hope so. So yeah, there you go. And this is the way that I'm leveraging my account right now. And it does suck because you guys know I always like to make play videos and stuff like that. And because of that, I haven't even like really worked that much on my YouTube account lately. I think that what I might even do, and this makes me a little bit sad, is I might actually do my streaming maybe only once a month to coincide with like the town halls and stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's hard for me to just sit here and talk about, like, what am I going to do? Hey, guys, watch me harvest my land and show you how much I'm making with rental and like, go through Splinter stats and stuff like that. Isn't this fun? You know, it feels a little disingenuous to just be like, let's stream and I'll just show you the same crap every single week because I'm not playing as much, you know? So I might not stream as much anymore either because everything is automated. This is all automatic now for me. It's passive, you know, which is good and bad, right? But what that will also mean is that I'll probably be able to do more things like more videos on YouTube instead. I might go ahead and I might switch from doing the streaming weekly to being like, hey, the season's up. I'm gonna do more videos and stuff like that and put them on YouTube. Because some of the things that the streaming does do is I'm like, ooh, I really wanted to like, I'm going to be opening some of these, using some Glint with you guys today. But because I'm doing that, you know, I didn't do a Glint video and put it on YouTube, right? Because I'm doing that with you guys. So it might be a way for me to, and I mean, it sucks because I love talking with you guys and everything like that. But at the same time, like I said, unless there's something important for me to say, it's just like we're just chilling here, you know? And I've been doing this for like 3 years on the same time slot. So maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I mean, it really has me questioning like the amount of times I want to stream versus is it better for me to just make videos and put them out on YouTube more often? Because I haven't even made a YouTube video in like a month or something like that, right? Because I try and just like spend my time here on the stream with you guys. And my computer's a potato, so it's hard for me to like clip these things. With that being said, I mean, it kind of is what it is, and we'll see how things go in the future. But with the strategy I have now, I just think that it's pretty cool. Like, just being able to do this, you know? All right, so that's kind of it for like, the standpoints that I have right now with, like, land and survival mode and, like, the way I'm leveraging my account and how crazy it is that passively you can do these things with a video game. Like, if I was playing Magic the Gathering still right now, I would have probably spent $1,000 and not been up anything over the course of a year. But instead, we've got this amazing game that not only is it fun, not only do you own the assets, but you can leverage your account to make a mortgage payment. Absolutely crazy. And the fact that people don't look at these kind of games like this and aren't, like, playing them or don't understand what I just kind of explained about being able to make a mortgage payment or passively playing a video game. Like, I guess it's not totally passive because I do my guild brawls and stuff like that. Like, just wow. I wish that people would like see what I see and what you guys see, you know? Well, all right. I've got one more thing here that I want to talk to you guys about here tonight. Again, I don't want to totally destroy my voice. But you can tell that it's starting to go. Let me have another sip. I just killed it. Let me pop a lozenge, a little throat lozenge. I got something cool to show you guys. All right, so obviously, if you guys have stuff you want me to talk about, let me know over there in the chat. But I want to show you guys something here. I saw who was it? It wasn't Blaze. It was maybe it was Blaze. I saw someone talking about Splinterfest again in the chat for the town hall. And people who know me know that I went Splinterfest. I love Splinterfest. My only negative about Splinterfest is the fact that I dressed in a costume. I spent money on a costume. They didn't end up giving out the rewards for cosplaying, right? Which really sucked, especially for Machine, who put tons of work into his costume. He dressed as a Wizard of Eastwick and everything, and he had to bring so much luggage with him there. And we were all like, we want this special exclusive reward that never happened. But I'm going to show you guys. I found it in my closet. I'm going to show you guys my Splinterfest swag that I accumulated so we can go back in the past and live life as though we were still there in Las Vegas. So let's do a little camera only here. All right. Yeah, so you can really see I'm graying out now. I'm really graying out. The Fizz, you weren't kidding. So let's see what we got in our Splinterfest baggie here. I'll just kind of show this little bit here. And then we'll wrap things up. So, first things first, if I don't want people to see this graying out neck beard and stuff, we all got one of these Hive Antifa protester kind of things. I'm assuming this is the way you wear it. I'm assuming this is the way you wear it. All right, I don't know for sure. Or maybe you wear it like a neck tube and you're just like, we call these neck tubes here in Canada because we're already getting snow and stuff like that. You kind of wrap it up around there and then you're like, hey, I'm not getting cold, but pretty cool. Hive blockchain. We all got one of these things, which was awesome. All right. The memories. Here's my general admission to Splinterfest tag with my name, Silence, written on it. And again, this is one of the best times I've had, just being able to go out and go to Splinterfest. I mean, what does that say about my life, I guess, right? But I had a great time at Splinterfest. It was my first time in Vegas. I've told you guys all the story about how they didn't let us on the plane, even though there was still like 30 minutes before embarkment, because we were waiting in a line for, what was the plane we used? It was like Spirit or something like that. Like a super cheap way to fly. But the lineup was so big and the people were so incompetent that by the time I got to the front of the line, boarding had already passed, even though the plane wasn't leaving for 30 minutes more, and they wouldn't let us on the plane. And we were like, what the hell? And Machine and I, who came with me, we had to redo an entire new flight, and it got us there, and we missed like the first half of the first day and everything. It was brutal. It was brutal. So we missed out on that. And we still managed to make it to Vegas, but it was super late day one, or just before day one, I should say. We were still going to be there for day one, but we had to leave day two in the afternoon for our return flight. So we missed out on a lot of stuff there because of the crappy the crappy plane tickets that we got, and the fact they didn't let us on. And the best part about it was that particular plane ended up delayed and didn't even leave for an extra 3 hours. And the other flight that we bought left before our initial flight did. So we could have gotten on that initial flight and just waited the 3 hours and not had to buy a second set of tickets, which we did end up getting refunded for because we complained. We were like, dude, we were there and we were taking pictures and stuff showing that the plane hadn't even taken off and they wouldn't let us on. Bull, total bull. And we ended up missing out on like that first night that we could have had with the Splinter people, right? This is where it was held. I think I got two of those here. This is where it was held at the Luxor. This was a little brochure that I had. So at the Luxor Resort in Las Vegas. So I still kept my little thing here for Luxor. And this was one of the challenges that we did. I kept one of them that wasn't destroyed. So you can still see it's still tweeting instead of X. Which, if you guys want to talk politics, bro, I will talk politics all day long. But I don't want to get banned from this this platform here because I have a lot of views that don't fit with the mainstream narrative right now. So I don't really want to get banned. I don't know what happens. Well, I think my kids took them, but I managed to collect a few of these, and Cryptomancer is the only one I can still find, which kind of sucks. But everyone had the cards on them, right? So I had the Yabamat, I had the Aggroed, I had the Cryptomancer, I had the Chatter, I think his name was, if you guys remember Chatter. I had Chatter, I had Weirdbeard, I had all these cards, and this is the only one I can still find. So I blame my kids. They take everything and they destroy it. I'm assuming that they destroyed it. Yeah, I'll go to the next one too. I hope that the next one's held in the Philippines, because my wife and I, we would turn that into a whole adventure. I would make her come with me to the Philippines, but on our way there, we'd stop off at where's that place that we want to go so badly? Why can I not remember it? And Thailand. So we'd go to Thailand first for a week, and then we'd go to the Philippines, where hopefully they'd be holding Splinterfest. And everything would be not as expensive, basically, you know? So that's the goal, is if all goes well, it'll be in the Philippines, and we can turn it into a Thailand and Philippines trip, which we've always wanted to do. All right, what do we got? Oh, it's just another Luxor package. So this is just where I had my key. I don't know why I kept this, but I tried to keep everything I could from Splinterfest because it was a great memory. I'm dying. I'm dying, guys. I'm dying. What else do I got? Okay, you know what? The Fizz, I'm going to send you one of these, The Fizz, because you're awesome, and you've been a subscriber for as long as I can remember. I don't recommend that you subscribe to me next month if you don't want to, because like I said, I'm probably going to cut down on the amount of streaming that I do, because it's all just kind of like a repeat. But we could do a group holiday. Bud, I'd meet up with you and your fam for sure. But I'd leave my kids behind. I'm definitely not going with the kids, because then it's not a vacation, it's work. Right, so I'd leave those punks with Granny or something like that, you know? But The Fizz, send me PMs. Give me your address. I'm going to send you one of these because I want you to have it. All right, I want you to have one of these. So I've got 4. I'll send one out to you, buddy. But yeah, these are the cool little postcards that we picked up from there. You can see. I would never write anything on it, so I would definitely be going ahead and putting it in an envelope and mailing it to you. You'd leave your kids behind too? No doubt. No doubt. This was just something that was by Nifty Arcade. They were giving out these sleeves to put the business cards in. So I have this Nifty Arcade pack of card sleeves, hard cards. Let's see. So from EMP, I actually won this big detonator contest that they were doing. And then I never actually ended up using the detonator stuff, and it all went to waste. So that was kind of sucked, but Nifty Arcade. I got 2 of these Rexies. I'll send a Rexy to you as well there as well. Remind me. I'll send one of those for you too. Oh shit, oh snap. We've got a huge postal strike happening here in Canada because our government's completely incompetent. And they've got we have a nationalized postal system, and Canada Post's on strike right before Christmas. So yay us, we're just totally crushing it here in Canada. God damn, we suck. All right, here's my big beef. All right, here's some of my big beef. So part of what we were supposed to get for dressing up was supposed to be a set of these exclusive cards that were only for cosplayers. There were 3 of them, and Aftersound had them all, and he wouldn't give Machine and I a full set. He's like, no, you have to wait. We have to wait. I don't know if I'm authorized to give them all out. There's a set of 3. He only gave Machine and I 1 each, and then Machine and I, like I said, we had to leave the next day. Early, before Splinterfest was even over, to catch our flight. And then we found out later that Aftersound was just giving them out like candy to everybody, and everyone else who was there ended up with a full set and extras of these cards. And meanwhile, Machine and I, who were the ones who actually cosplayed there's only like 6 or 7 of us who cosplayed, and they never even did a group picture. I'm bitter about that too. We didn't even get a full set of them. We didn't even get a full set. So I really should write Matt about that and be like, yo, Matt, this still stings a little, Matt. This still stings, and see if he'll give me something cool. But yeah, we didn't even get a full set of these guys, and they're so awesome, these cards. And yeah, no one ever followed up with us and did anything about it, and here we are. So it looks awesome, but there was a set of 3. We didn't even get the set of 3, and they turned out to be not the exclusive cosplay prize. Finally, last but not least, and I won't be opening this. Everyone got one of these. It's a pack of 5 Chaos Legion physical cards that were given out. So inside this pack, there's 5 literal physical Chaos Legion cards like you'd get with like Magic the Gathering and stuff like that, which is super cool. I won't open it for any reason because to me it's just like collectible to just have it packaged up. But check that out. Like, how sweet does this look? Like, this is a real opportunity to be able to, you know, do something like this again in the future as Splinterlands really kicks off, you know? To have physical cards and maybe make somehow like an actual card game out of it, which I think would be awesome, you know? Yeah, like, my kids, they destroy everything. Those of you guys who have kids, you know, they destroy everything that they can find. But Splinterfest was awesome. If they do another Splinterfest, I'm going. And like I said, I hope it's in the Philippines. I really want it to be. You've seen someone on Twitch open a couple of those packs. Oh, awesome. I know that the cards are super cool too, but I just want it sealed, you know? I just want it sealed. Maybe I'll trade it for some Conclave Arcana to someone who is like a collector and is just like, I just want it. And they're like, I'll give you 100 USD worth of Conclave Arcana because you can't get them anymore, right? But you can get Conclave Arcana, and maybe to them, the value of like this collector's item is worth more than the value of a couple packs of Conclave Arcana that they're just going to be staking anyway, you know? Like an Azurcon type person might be like, hey, I want that. So there's my little Splinterlands story. Let me go back to the main gaming screen here. All right. Cool. Well, hopefully we can all meet up on the next Splinterfest. Like I said, just seeing the fact that it was mentioned again, I mean, it made me really want to go. It made me really miss the time that I had. It was just such a good time. Like I said, it was one of the best times of my life just because I got to go hang out with my people. You know, hang out with my people. Go to Vegas where I'd never been before. One of my best friends, the Machine and stuff like that, who lives in Alberta right now. Hopefully they separate from Canada and get all that oil money coming in because we're slight politics talk. So they're starting up again the pipelines, hopefully, between the US and stuff like that and Canada again, right? Which initially Trudeau had shut down. And now the Premier of Alberta is basically like, screw you, we're going to do what we want. Trump wants the oil, we want to give it to him. And they're literally putting caps on the amount of oil that we can export right now from Canada without paying like huge fees. So you can export up to this much, but any more than that, we got a cap on it, and you got to like pay carbon taxes in order to regulate it. Ridiculous what we're doing. We're like killing our own economy here. But he lives up in Alberta, and he's like, yeah, buddy, if we separate, come down here. And I'm like, maybe I will. Maybe I will. The Fizz says, life is about experience. It sure is. You know what? When you die, the money doesn't come with you, you know? I mean, maybe the experiences don't either, but at least you got to live. You got to live. You got to live. I think that's a good way to end it. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream here today. Looking back on the past, I really want to go to Splinterfest again. And like I said, even though I don't think that I'm going to, like, I don't think I'm going to stream as often as I did. I think I'm going to do it once a month from this point forwards. I'm probably going to do it in unison with the town hall because it gives me a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Because otherwise, I'm literally just, oh no, we're gonna open the Glint. We're gonna open some stuff. How do I get there? Play? Shop. Yeah, let's do some shop stuff. But I mean, with the way that I've kind of changed my stuff, it just feels disingenuous for me. Like, hey, just look at me open this Glint. Look at how much I'm making, and peace. See you next week. You know, this doesn't feel right. But I'll try and do some more YouTube videos instead of these things like Glint openings, or if I have this thought in my head that I really need to like get it out, I think that's a better way. And I mean, I can reach a bigger audience that way as well, you know? So I will still stream, but I'm going to cut it down. I think once a month will give me lots more content for me to fill like a cool 2 hours or something like that, instead of just be like rambling about how much you can make, you know, which is kind of the position I find myself in right now. All right, let's go and let's do some openings here. We're going to start with, I've almost got my commons and stuff maxed out. I think this is the last time that I'm going to have to ever open commons. I might even get enough in like major chests and minor chests that I don't have to do any commons anymore. But without further ado, let's get it going. Major chests are my jam right now. So I'm going to just go and I'm going to pump them out. Hopefully we get something good. I still do D&D weekly. So you know what? I'll take this opportunity to show you guys. We've all been sick though. We've all been sick. Red tail rogues. We've all been sick, so none of us have been able to do it. But here's my D&D group that I still try and play with at least once a month. If you guys are interested in D&D and stuff like that, we got a pretty good group. We're right now, I don't want to say too much. Oh, my buddies don't want to. We're kind of like party killing right now. We got these two people that were literally like killing our own party behind the scenes. It's a lot of fun for us right now, but you can see how well my DM has stuff set up with like beautiful scenery that we do. So I'll just go ahead and I'll post that over here for any of you guys who are interested. You're getting sick again too? Damn, man. Here we go. So if you guys wanted to just check out some cool D&D stuff, we've been playing as a group for like 3 years, and we started recording 40 weeks ago or so, 45 weeks ago. So it's cool setups. I wouldn't call it made for kids, but if you guys wanted to check out some cool D&D 5e, you can do that. All right, let's reveal all and let's get going here. See, that's why I might not need to open common chests. Oh, it's that same one again. Disappointing. 5 rares. There you go. Tellurian Blades. And I haven't had a good legendary in a while either. Look at those merits. That's a video that I'm going to make. Yes, another epic. That's 2 epics. I'm probably going to make a video. Oh, 4 epics. I got 2 epics in one. Nice. That's the best I've done in a long time. And they really want me to just finish that Blackmoor Elf. Wow. And I'll probably end up focusing more on legendaries now once I've gotten my commons all the way up and my rares all the way up. I'll be focusing... I don't even like gold foil. But I'll start focusing on those legendaries too. So, I mean, not too bad. Four mythics, or epics, I guess they're called. That was something. Close those guys up. And let's do these minor chests. 300 of those as well. And I'm not going to use alchemy, but I will use legend. I got 34. I'll use legendary potions one last time, just so I have the same amount of legendary and alchemy. Ime, I have the worst legendary draw luck. Keep pulling the one I already have at level 2, which is all you need. You got a few have 0 and others need 1 to do. I feel the same way, man. Like, my legendary luck has been brutal, but I don't do legendary pulls, per se. I've been focusing on first trying to get my commons and my rares up, as well as doing, like, the epics. Once I've done those guys to playable standard, yes, another epic. That's when I'm going to switch to doing the legendary pulls. So there's always going to be something for me to do here. It's just about how I want to go about doing it. I don't think I'm even going to draw any commons anymore because I'm too close to finishing the commons, and I'm not going to unlock any of these. I don't think I'm going to be unlocking commons, for instance, you know, to put them on the market. Definitely not at 20x. I can say that much. Definitely not at 20x. Oh, there we go. Another one. All right. Night Reaper's so good, too. Whenever there's like an Earthquake match, I try and slide him in there. And he ends up... He pulls weight on those other flyers, man. He pulls weight. Ironically, the card that the summoner that I've stayed away from the most during earthquakes is actually the squirrel. I will not use a Darth Squirrel in an earthquake match because I know that they're going to use tofu on me and snare all my guys anyway. How funny is that? Yes, another blade. Man, I've done good. I've never done this good on the epics pulling these things. Normally, I just like get commons and rares. It'd be nice to get a legendary though. I wouldn't complain about a legendary. I need to get that Commander Slade up as well because he's the ultimate tofu killer. Oh, I got a legendary! Yes, Sergeant Grazul, one of the ones I wanted the most. Yes. Awesome, and it was almost at the very end. Now, people are like, why do you want Sergeant Grazul? At max level, when it's doing opportunity and has blast and 3 damage, that's a potential 7 damage a hit because it'll hit into the middle because of opportunity and deal 3, and then each guy next to it takes another 2. That's 2 plus 3 plus 2. That's 7 damage. Sergeant Grazul, I think, is a card that's being slept on. I'll be honest. That's a card that's being slept on. And the last one I'll do here, I've got enough glint. I better do... Yeah, you know what? Let's go with the epics. And it is what it is. I'll get these... No, 20. I'll do 10 epics right now. And I'll get my rares in. Alright, so 75k. I don't actually want gold foils. I don't even want gold foils, so I'm not using alchemy on this. I just want non-gold foil. If I get a gold foil, I'm disappointed because I can't actually add it to my team. Shock troopers, weavers. I still haven't figured out the right way to use the weavers yet, to be honest with you. Olivia's, and these are the ones I want the most, is Olivia's and Thalanorian blades. Nice, 4 Olivia's out of 10. Very sick. And lastly, I have enough. We'll get these rare draws in as well. And I don't want alchemy on them. I don't want gold foil. Weird to say, but I just don't want them. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats to Fizz. Your daughter's year 12 grad tonight. Amazing. Oh, buddy, so she's year 12. So she's graduating high school. Kids are growing up, man. My daughter's only... Oh, look at... I must have started so late because I'm still in the thick of it, buddy. She's 18. My oldest is turning 8 this December. So I'm 10 years behind you with the kids. And I got an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old right now. I am still changing diapers, buddy. I'm 44 still changing diapers. Oh, that's probably why my hair is gray. Probably why my hair is gray, right? Yeah, I wish I'd started earlier, but it took me a long time to find the right woman. And I'm glad I waited because she's awesome. And she deals with my stuff. Yeah, that's right. Bam, son. You know what? There's a song. I'll link you to it. That very well... Tom... I love Tom McDonald. Alright, this one right here. I'm going to give you guys the link to this one. I can't play it because I don't want to accidentally get, like, you know, YouTubed out. You played something you weren't supposed to. I don't want to report it. I'll uptick it. Where's the share button? How do I share it? Okay, maybe this is share? Okay, close it up. Play this one for your significant other. Play this one for your significant others. It's one I found it, and now I play it for my wife. And at first she was like, what are you doing to me? And I think that she likes it now. Tom McDonald, though, what an artist, man. Goodbye, Joe. Freedom ain't free. Pain in my ass, you know. He's got some good ones out there. He's got some bad ones, too. Don't get me wrong. But everything he's doing with Nova Rockefeller, it's gold, man. It's gold. Skyspire Leopard's the only rare you still need. Yeah, like I've got a feeling I'm getting up there with the rares, and I'm probably almost done the rares. Let's see, you know what? I can do a few more of these. 43, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I can do 6 more. I mean, I just want to get rid of these, right? I want to use up my glint. So I'll do my last 6. We'll try and finish these up, because I think the epics are actually the best ones. Yes, more Olivia's. Yes, more Halfling. No, it's gold foil. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. And the Halfling Refugee, this is the best card. As far as I'm concerned, Halfling Refugee is the best card in the set. This card right here. Best card in the set. I really should just max that guy. What's he going for on the market? Like, I really should just get around to max him. He's just too OP. He's too OP. Where is he? How much is he? 234, no wonder. Yeah. This guy's just OP. Like, look at that. One drop, that does 5? Come on. 8? Heal? Come on, guys. Come on. What were you thinking when you made this guy? It's too OP. How many do I have? I'm up to 20. Oh, I'm up to 20. 3307? Sure, why not? I'll just combine him right now. While you guys can witness me combining him. Combine! Ah! But, yeah. He's the one of all of them that I think is just back-breakingly amazing. Just so good. So good. Alright, guys. Well, that's all I got for you today. I got to rest my voice a little bit. It's at its limit. I can't handle anymore. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Usable in Little League, Beefcake, 3 speed, 3 attack. Dude, it gets 5 attack. That's just it. Like, maxed out? Like, dude, 5 attack. How does it have 5 attack as a 1-draw? And 8 and heals? How? What were they thinking? This card's just so good. And especially once, what's his name? Chaos. Why can I not think of his name right now? The Chaos guy. Chaos. Oh my god. Why? Chaos. Summoner? Chaos. Where is he? Oh, it's making me... Chaos Agent. Once Chaos Agent rotates, I mean, it's just going to be all the refugee all the time, right? It's going to be all refugee all the time. But there you go, guys. That's where we're going to end it for today. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. I think that, like I said, my streams from now on are going to coincide with the day that we have the town halls, just like today. That's the same thing that happened. But I'm going to try and focus on a few more YouTube videos because I've literally been neglecting the YouTube videos, saving my content for our little chats here. But again, with the new way that I'm playing, I don't have our gameplay videos like I used to. And it just feels disingenuous to me to just be like, oh, let's just stream and just show you the earnings, you know? That'll be cool to do a video on, is just be like, hey, here's an update on earnings. But I don't want to do a whole stream about that, you know? So when there's new info, we'll chat, we'll do some strategy stuff. But you guys look forward to my YouTube instead. And I think that that's where I'm going to try and put a little bit more content, because when my son's sleeping, I might be able to just pull off a quickie and get that out there for you guys. So, yeah, kind of the end of an era in some ways, but in some ways not, because I'll still be doing it. But, there we go. So you can look forward to the next live stream in a month, and hopefully I'll still be able to do some YouTube content for you guys. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Love you all. Hope you guys have yourself a great night. Keep playing, guys. Keep building those stacks, and I am so pumped for what's to come for both SPS, Arcana that's going to be coming up and everything like that. So many good ideas. Like, even Helios is going for 1.3 million DEC per. Like, these guys are doing it right. We're on the right track, and I hope that we can stay that way, and we can all come out of this and meet up at the next Splinterfest. So until next time, my friends, it's I the Psy signing off. Hope to see you guys around Pretoria. Take care, everyone. Peace.